Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing September favorites. I can't believe I almost forgot to do this video. But I have so many fun things to show you from the past month, and as usual I have a little bit of everything: hair care, some skincare I've been testing and loving, as well as makeup, perfume, and a little bit of fashion. So if you are interested in seeing my September favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first one that I'm super excited about is new hair care. I had been seeing this brand all over Instagram, specifically sort of talking about how it's great for, fine or thin hair, which is what I have. And this is from the brand Rose, and I got the shampoo and conditioner. These are the foundation, like their basic shampoo and conditioner that's going to be for all hair types, not just my fine hair. But it is fantastic because it's sulfite free, so it's really gentle on colored hair, but it's also for all hair types. And I have just been loving this shampoo and conditioner. I think it is fantastic. And then I picked up these two products. This is the Milk Hair Serum. This is going to be sort of like help to smooth and defrizz your hair. And then I got the Santal Lucia Hair Oil. This is the styling oil. And what I like to do is I literally take like 2 pumps of the milk serum to 1 pump of the styling oil, and then I like mix it together and then I run it through my hair, and it is like the perfect like heat protectant, styling aid. It's like such a good combination. You also can use this like on dry hair as well, both of those products, and again, it's not gonna weigh your hair down. I literally cannot tell you how much I love these products, so much so that I went ahead and bought this set for my daughter. I was telling her all about it. She was in need of some new shampoo and conditioner. I was like, oh my gosh, you have got to try these products. And I will show you real quick. I'll put a little extra just to kind of show you that it's not going to weigh my hair down. I like to take a little bit of the hair serum and the hair oil, and then we can kind of smooth away any of those frizzies. So I generally use that combination on wet hair, but let's say after I style my hair and I still want to kind of get rid of some of my frizzies, I can come in with these 2 products. They also have some volumizing products that I'm going to order next, and I'm excited for that. So that's going to kind of give me a little bit of texture, a little bit of volume to my hair. So I'm so excited to pick up those products next. And what I will tell you is I was so excited about this brand that I reached out to them and asked if they offered discount codes for my audience, and they said yes. So I have a code Abby15, which will get you 15% off your purchase of these gorgeous hair products. But I've just been loving this brand. It's definitely worth the hype. I was seeing it all over Instagram. I was like, that's what I'm going to pick up next. And the good news is these hair products are worth the hype. So excited. And I will let you know about the other 2 products that I'm going to pick up, like a texturizer and a volumizer. So I'll keep you in the loop with those purchases, but not recommend the Rose hair products enough. And then on the body care front, I picked up some Oak Essentials. This is Jenny Kane's skincare body care brand, and I tried some of her skincare and I had yet to try her body care. So I picked up the Oak Essentials. This is the body scrub along with the moisture rich body Balm, and I promise to share my thoughts on these products. I am somebody who loves a good body scrub, and this one is amazing. Number one, it smells really kind of invigorating and comforting at the same time. It leaves your skin super baby soft. It has the perfect amount of kind of scrub texture, if that makes sense. It's going to just kind of give you enough of that exfoliation. So I don't like some that are too harsh, but I also don't like them when they're not quite exfoliating enough. So I just find this to be such a luxe experience in the shower. It kind of opens up my nose passages, kind of invigorates me. It leaves my skin with like a little layer of oil that's already softening the skin. So I have been absolutely loving this perfecting body scrub as we are thinking about the holidays. These are things that I also love to give out as gifts, and I do think this would make a great gift, like a bundle, along with the Moisture Rich Body Balm. The great thing about this body balm is that a little's gonna go a long way with this product. It has a really lovely texture that just sort of sinks into your skin. It kind of like melts, and it's going to sink into your skin. So it's just a really awesome little combination here. So here is this body balm, but it is not sticky. So it is going to kind of melt with the heat of your hand here. And this again has kind of a soft, subtle scent to it. The scrub definitely is more like invigorating, and then the body balm has a slight spa-like scent to it, and it's just going to really nourish your skin, especially as we're coming into the colder months, and your skin kind of gets that dry crepiness. I feel like this combination is going to save my skin. And again, when I picked this up, I was like, this would make a really nice gift. So just starting to get some little ideas as we are coming in closer to the holidays. And I do have a discount code at Jenny Kane that works towards the Oak Essentials. It's Abby Bliss 15 for 15% off. I always try to get discount codes when I can to offer to you all, so I will make sure to list them down below in the description box. I know sometimes when I get ahead of myself, I forget to tell you, but I will always try to leave the discount codes down in the description box so you can use that if you are wanting to purchase. On the skincare front, as many of you know, I'm a bit of a skincare junkie. A brand that I have used off and on, you've heard me talk about 111 Skin. I love their facial masks. You've heard me talk about their Celestial Black Diamond Brightening Essence. I'm a huge fan of essences, so I always include an essence in my routine regardless of the brand. And this one is lovely. It's also sort of multitasking, meaning when I use this one, I don't feel like I have to use like my liquid exfoliant. This has a little bit of a liquid exfoliant in it. So this one is a kind of a nice one and done essence, and it's going to also help brighten up your skin tone. So this one I feel like is like almost like a little slight exfoliator. Of course it's going to add hydration to the skin, but it also has some of that brightening properties that's going to help with hyperpigmentation. So this is just one of these essences that I really enjoy as a multi-purpose product. And then one of my clients and good friend of mine, and she had gone to a spa in New Orleans where she had gotten a whole 111 facial, and after her experience she was raving about the Black Diamond Serum. Like she was like, you have to get this, it's that good. She, just for reference, is someone like myself who uses Biologique Recherche, she's used Autour, she's used MBR, so kind of one of those skincare junkies, and she was like, this is one of the best serums I've used, like kind of as the all-around anti-ager. This is going to do it all. This is another one of these pricey serums. I promise to show you something that is less expensive in just a minute. But for those of you who are kind of looking to simplify your routine with serums, meaning like you just want one solid, good anti-aging serum that's gonna have all the good stuff in it, this Black Diamond serum is incredible. It is going to hydrate your skin. It's going to firm up your skin. It's going to help with hyperpigmentation, kind of the laxity of the skin. This also has an ingredient called novoretin, and it is a natural alternative to retinol. I'm one of those people that has fussy skin, and retinol really does not work for me. I know everybody's like, you don't use a retinol, and I don't, but I do use sort of these alternative sources of retinol. And I do have to tell you, I have been incorporating this lovely serum into my routine along with the Black Diamond Eye Cream. These are two products that I have been testing out and loving them. My friend swears by them. Her skin is gorgeous, and I just needed to try these out for myself. To give you the lowdown, I had gotten a question about 111 skincare, if I've used it, and I have tried several of their products kind of off and on throughout the years. I can attest to how awesome their face masks are. That's where you definitely have heard me talk about this brand before, but this is another one that I reached out to see if I could get a discount code for, because this is a pricey brand, and they did give me a code. So it is Abby15SM. Again, I will leave it down below, but I know I have some fellow skincare junkies here. I try to kind of weed through the good stuff, what's worth the money, what isn't worth the money, and I kind of didn't want to love this serum, but I really do, and I've really been enjoying sort of incorporating that into my overall routine. I'm not just specifically using 111 Skin, but I have been incorporating these specific products into my skincare routine. Okay, then another brand that I had been getting asked about, and I actually attended a very informative webinar, was from One Skin. And again, this is a brand that you have heard me talk about on my channel, and I have to tell you that this is a really cool brand. This is a women-owned brand. It is all about reversing aging with the help of science. All of their products include a peptide. It's called OS01. This has tons of research behind it, but basically it is a special peptide that is going to help reverse aging. It has been proven to promote cellular repair, increase collagen and hyaluronic acid production, and enhance epidermal thickness and improve the skin care barrier. So this One Skin brand is kind of right up my alley, because I am somebody who has fussy, sensitive skin, and for me it's all about keeping the skin barrier intact. I essentially was doing way too much of everything, over exfoliating, using retinols, like just basically doing way too much to my skin, and I broke down the skincare barrier. I had rosacea, all sorts of sort of issues, and it was kind of funny because once I understood that my skin just needs more of a gentle approach and I repaired my skin barrier, that's when everything sort of came together for me. So after attending this webinar, what I've been incorporating in is this face topical supplement, and essentially this is a moisturizer, okay? And this moisturizer includes these special peptides, and then I have been also incorporating their broad spectrum SPF 50 plus. So these are the two things that I have been adding into my routine, the moisturizer as well as the sunscreen. I do want to do a skincare video on this brand because I learned so much, and I feel like a lot of you would really enjoy this brand. So I wanted to share these two products that I've been incorporating, and luckily I do have a code for these products as well. This is Abby15. Their whole routine is all about keeping your skin barrier intact and keeping it simple. So, okay, let's move on to some makeup loves, and I completely fell in love with the brand Creole. And I did a whole video on all of her products, and literally there is not one thing that I have tried that I haven't loved. So have to say that newcomer brand has completely already won over my heart. And as I had mentioned, I'm somebody who loves essences, and I have fallen in love with the Creole Moisture Source. This is the Bi-Phase Brightening Essence. This one has such a lovely texture. You are literally going to feel the hydration the minute this hits your skin. You do want to shake it up just a little bit, but this is something that I use daily, and I can't believe that this is all that has been used, because I literally do add this in as part of my skincare routine. And this is one that I will even use with my 111, because this one has a little bit of exfoliation to it. And then I will use this kind of more as like a lovely makeup prep. And honestly, it just feels so amazing on the skin. And it's super hydrating. And I just feel like this is going to be another product that you can add into your routine. Any routine you use, this is like an added additional hydration boost. If you're someone like myself with more mature, dry skin, I can use all the moisture I can get. This is just something I feel like is such a good little add-on to any skincare routine. This works beautiful before makeup as well. I fell in love with this combination of her, Creole. This is the Brilliant Repair Shield Sunscreen. This does have a little tint, kind of a golden tint to it. And then I will use the Face Flex. This is concealer slash foundation, kind of multi-purpose product, but I absolutely love this. And I had somebody ask me, if I thought this was too dark for my light to medium skin tone. And honestly, I feel like this just gives me sort of a healthy golden glow. And then when I use the Face Flex, it kind of lightens everything up. But I can see as we are moving into the winter months that this may be too strong. And a friend of mine told me that the way that she's been using this now that it's a little bit darker, she wants to lighten it up, is to add like a drop or two of the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Foundation, the one that's sort of in the little egg. She'll just take like a drop or two of that. We both bought the shade, I believe it was 6, and it's sort of pulling a little gray on both of us. And so we were laughing. We're using that up, but we're mixing it in with the sunscreen, and that sort of kind of solves like any sort of oranginess that people are talking about, is just adding that. And by the way, with the Creole, I know this is a sunscreen, but I was kind of using this as like my foundation base. So I'm always going to use like a sunscreen as my last step in my skincare. And then anything like this kind of like a tinted or golden, SPF. I use this like bonus. Consider this to be bonus sunscreen, but I always like to use like my SPF 50 on my skin and then use something like this as bonus. So not using this as my only sunscreen, if that makes sense. And then with the Face Flex, this is a true love. So if you have not tried this yet, I love it. I think it has a really beautiful finish on the skin. I use it more like foundation. Of course, I'll use it underneath my eyes, but I got this in the shade 3. I love the shade here. I think it works perfectly for my skin tone here, but the way that this dries down on your skin and the way that it wears throughout the day, it really makes your skin just look really healthy. I feel like there is some flex in it, meaning that it is going to kind of work underneath my eyes. It doesn't settle into, like, it doesn't crease or anything like that. And a little goes a long way. You do not need to use a ton of product here. I'll sort of like do a little X here, like on each cheek, down here, a little down my nose, a dot and a dot kind of on the outer. Buff it into my skin, and I swear it is just like the best little foundation. I love, love, love this Face Flex. This is a true love. This is something that I would definitely repurchase. We're about to talk about a few more concealers. Evidently, it is like time to launch a bunch of new concealers, and they're all pretty darn good. But this would be my number one. And again, I use this more like foundation and concealer, so multi-use product. I forgot to mention how adorable the packaging is of Sarah Creole, but this is one of these brands that, yes, it's got adorable packaging, kind of preppy, love it, but the products inside are actually really, really good. And if you're a fellow fan of Victoria Beckham products, she helped create those products as well, so you kind of can see the vibe. That's another brand that I love. I have two other products that are sort of stand out for me, and this is the Firm offer. This is the ultimate 4-in-1 peptide eye cream and primer for fine lines. Okay, packaging adorable, white and green, but I actually love this for underneath my eyes. So I will use the Face Flex, but I will put this on first, and it kind of brightens up underneath my eyes and sort of like color corrects. It has a little tint in it, just like that, and we won't let this go to waste because it is really kind of awesome. It's got like a little peachiness to it, and then I will come in here, and I just feel like it does actually kind of firm and prep my eyes with that peachy tint. It has a little bit of caffeine in it, so it's gonna kind of firm up your eyes on days when I'm not like wearing a ton of makeup. I literally will kind of throw this on, let's say like weekend makeup, maybe a teeny bit of the Face Flex, and call it good, and it just sort of wakes up the eye area. I love that product. And then a surprise hit. I know it's going to sound silly because it is just a balm. It is called the Adults Are Talking Solid Serum Lip Repair Balm. I swear everybody needs this balm for the upcoming cooler weather. It is so nourishing on the lips, but again, I will just wear this on days without any lipstick. I feel like it like works with my lips. It fills in all the lines, but just gives the lips a nice little shine, but it kind of grips the lips and it stays on. I like the way that it looks, you know, there's no tint or color to it, but I actually really like that. So another standout product for me, she has launched a few other new lipsticks. There is another like peptide lip product too, like a treatment. So definitely love this brand. I plan on picking up a few things at the Sephora sale, kind of filling in the blanks, but the ones that I shared today are the ones that I have been using the most, would totally repurchase. That's how much I really love those products. And I feel like I have come such a long way from when I began on YouTube, because I was somebody who only liked foundation. I really did not like concealers, or maybe I should look at it that concealers have come a long way, because I have fallen in love with so many concealers and kind of just using them as my foundation. Westman Atelier came out with her concealer. This includes hyaluronic acid. It is a brightening concealer, and I ended up getting it in 2 different shades. I started with shade L3. I think that was light with golden undertones, and then I didn't feel like that was quite right, so I ended up ordering shade L4, which I love, and this one's going to be light with peach undertones, and I'm actually using both of them. So, and here are the 2 shades that I own. This is L4, has a little more peachy undertone. This is the one I prefer. And then I have L3 here, and this was light with golden undertones. This is actually great, like the combination of both of these. I can use the L4 all over my face as well as underneath my eyes. And then I can use the L3 to kind of brighten up where I want to. So I am actually wearing the L4 today on my face as my foundation. So this one has some pretty nice coverage to it. Again, you can kind of see this one's pulling a little more lighter and yellow, and then this one's got the peach undertone. But as you can see, it's got some nice coverage. I would say medium to full coverage. A little is going to go a long way. Don't need to use a ton of this product. And if you have mature skin, this is very hydrating. It's got hyaluronic acid in here. It's going to help brighten up the skin. So basically it contains her skincare ingredients in her concealer, but really been loving this concealer. And then I did pick up the Victoria Beckham concealer, and this one's going to include the Augustinus Bader skincare in here. That's who she's kind of partnered up with, and I picked this up in the shade L1, and to be honest, I probably like the shade L1 the best out of all of the concealers, and I really enjoy this one as well. And again, I've been kind of just wearing concealer on my face as my foundation for the past few months, trying out all these different kind of concealers and really enjoying them. So the difference is, yes, this comes in the kind of clicking pen. This one also is, I would say, a little bit thinner in texture, maybe more of a true light to medium coverage. I really do like that because it's a little bit more forgiving underneath my eyes as well. And this one is more expensive. I feel like I'm not going to know, like this is just going to run out on me one day, versus the Westman Atelier has a little, you know, opening here where you're going to see if you're running out of product, so that's always nice. But just to be honest, I have been using and rotating through all 3 of these and really enjoying them. So I would say this would be my number 1. At first I was going to say the Victoria Beckham was number 2 because I really liked the shade L1 that I got. I felt like it was a better skincare match for me. Then I went ahead and got the L4 in the Westman Atelier That's the one right up at the top here. And now I'm enjoying the Westman Atelier as well. So I think if you're looking for one with the most coverage, I would go with the Westman Atelier or the Sarah Creole. If you're somebody who likes a lighter, more natural kind of concealer on the skin, it's still going to be very thin and flexible, and maybe you're a fan of the Botter skincare, then you're gonna love the Victoria Beckham one. And that's what I've been using as foundation for the past month plus. So really kind of enjoying that kind of switch up compared to some of the traditional foundations. Speaking of Westman Atelier, I did pick up this Petite Fête edition, and I could not resist because it had two limited edition colors in it. It had the beautiful blush in Bubble, and then it had the Super Lit highlighter in Toast, and then it comes with the most adorable pink mascara. This is just her classic clean black mascara, but what an adorable holiday set. I definitely think this is gift worthy, and I have been loving this Bubble and Toast. I could not resist this blush color in Bubble. Isn't this fantastic? So cute. I love the green. Of course, I love the pink. And then the Super Lit highlighter in Toast. It's such a pretty combination, and it's like the best lip color ever. So here are the two limited edition colors. I'm really hoping that she comes out with Bubble in a full size because I love it that much. We're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna add some of this on. So pretty, and it is so pretty. I love, love, love this color. It's gonna give you this nice, beautiful flush on the skin here. Okay, there's Bubble. Then we're gonna come in with Toast, and we're gonna come up here, do a little highlighting with this Toast. It is such a cute set, but I absolutely could not resist the colors. They were just right up my alley. So pretty here. And this combination is what I was wearing on my lips. We're just going to keep on adding on all sorts of goodies here, but it makes such a good lip color. Love Bubble here. And then you can go in with your Toast, and it is such a beautiful color. So personally, I think this is a great gift, stocking gift, or gift for your beauty junkies, but I think it's a great gift for yourself. The colors are fantastic. It's just such a great little set, and I cannot recommend it. Okay, moving on to some Chanel. So I was very inspired by the Get Ready With Me behind the scenes for the Emmys, and I had a little fun creating my own Emmys award look. That was kind of a fun video, and one of the eye quads that was highlighted was the Spices eye quad from Chanel, and this is one of the kind of old school eye quads, but I have to tell you, this old school formula is still fabulous. I've always loved Chanel eye quads. I love sort of the understated elegance of these eye quads. They're not too shimmery. They're not too pigmented. They just seem to work perfectly, especially for more mature eyes where, you know, we may not have as much real estate on our eyes, but we still want a little oomph. This is just like the most beautiful eye quad. I literally have been wearing it non-stop. I just love it. Love this little peachy shade over here. We're just going to put a little extra of this on as we speak here, but it is just such a perfect everyday eye. It's got peachy, bronzy, it's got this sort of lighter, I want to say peachy or pinky color, then like a little pretty pop, but very subtle. This one is just like a true love. I've just been really enjoying it, and it has made me want to buy a few other of these old school eye quads. So let me know if there is one that you want to see, because the quality of the shadows is still outstanding. And it's always fun to revisit products that are not necessarily new, but they're still awesome. Now, I am a huge fan of Jennifer Aniston, and one of the behind the scenes makeup artists created the best lip shade for Jennifer that I have copied, and I love it. So basically she took the classic Chanel Mademoiselle. This was my very first kind of fancy lipstick that I ever bought. I do not know how many tubes I have gone through of this classic, and it's still just fantastic. It is a gorgeous rosewood color. So she put that on. We're going to do it along how she created it. And then she took the Rouge Cocoa Balm, and this one is in Natural Charm. Let me show you what that shade looks like. So a little bit more of a nude color here, and she topped it on top of the Mademoiselle here. I'll show you what that looks like. And then she had used the Lively Rosewood. This is the lip and cheek, the little Chanel #1 launch lip and cheeks. These are so good, and she used a little bit of this on her cheeks, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I just put on other blush, but then she had taken a little bit of this and tapped that on top, kind of make the whole look cohesive. We'll go ahead. We're going to just add on all sorts of blush since we have it here. But basically this is the lipstick, kind of the custom lip color she created for Jennifer Aniston's beautiful look at the Emmys, and I just had to replicate it because I loved that color. I just thought it was so pretty. So I have been wearing this little combo and loving it. Again, these are all great alone, like the colors are pretty on their own. I love Mademoiselle, I love Natural Charm. The Lively Rosewood is just such a gorgeous rosewood color. I think this is perfect for fall too. Such a pretty color. So I had a great time being inspired by the Emmys. I'll definitely link that video if you didn't see it, because that was kind of a fun one. Okay, another launch that happened last month was Tom Ford came out with the Runway lipsticks. This is a reformulation of their classic lipsticks. There were a few shades that were not reformulated that I know a few of you have been very upset. I totally get that. Indian Rose, Blush Nude, I think. Let's hope that they actually relaunch those, because the actual formula of these lipsticks are stunning. I'm not even somebody who necessarily loves lipstick per se. I'm kind of a gloss girl, and I will tell you, I fell in love with the Tom Ford lipstick formula. It is a beautiful satin lipstick. I would tell you it's literally like one of the best lipstick formulas. I really, really enjoy this. And I picked up a few different shades, but the two that I have been wearing the most are West Coast and the new shade Dolce. And these are just perfect shades for fall. They really are so gorgeous. They're perfect year-round, I would tell you. But these were the two that I find myself reaching for the most lately. The formula is great. They're super long-lasting, very comfortable, very forgiving on more mature lips as well. Like if you are looking for a splurge-worthy lipstick, I definitely have to tell you these are worth the money. Truly they are. These are two that I would highly recommend, especially for the upcoming fall months. Okay, moving on to fragrance. I'm going to be doing a live event with Mandy Davis. We're having one of our monthly perfume parties, but I did want to give a shout out to a perfume from Ormond Jane. I completely fell in love with the fruity floral fragrance called Bukhara. This is such a stunning fragrance. I had the travel size, but I had to go ahead and get the bigger size because I love it that much. So just know I have a lot of perfume, so I am literally trying to only buy things that I like truly love. And Bukhara is one of them. So although this fragrance could kind of lean more like spring, summer, I definitely feel like if you are somebody who enjoys a fruity floral fragrance, you're going to wear this year round. Like myself, it smells so delicious. In the head of the fragrance, you are going to have bergamot, peach, and black currant. Then in the heart, you're going to have tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine, and some Bach. So you've got this fruity floral combination going on, and then it's going to be on a bed of creamy sandalwood, white cedar wood, gorgeous high quality vanilla, as well as a touch of oud and dry amber. So that is why I feel like it does totally work year round, not just kind of spring and summer. A lot of times we gravitate towards fruity florals then, but I'm somebody who enjoys them year round. I am so obsessed with this beauty. Also, if you are not a fan of tuberose fragrances, I get it. Sometimes they can be a bit much or too bubblegum or heady or things like that. This is definitely one I would get your nose on because it doesn't scream tuberose to me. It's just such a gorgeous fragrance. I've just really been loving it. Can't seem to get enough of it. And I'm a fan of Ormond Jane fragrances. I've also been enjoying their new launch Cashmere. If you are somebody who loves BDK Gris Charnel, I think you are going to love Ormond Jane's Cashmere. I do love Gris Charnel, but on myself it can go just a hair kind of masculine, whereas Cashmere is just, I would say, just a little bit more refined. It is still perfectly unisex, but it's got that lovely like warmth to it and spiciness to it, but it just almost has a little note of, I think it's that Ormond Jane DNA that has a little bit of lift, a little bit of green kind of freshness to it that I love. It's not so heavy. It's got a teeny bit of lightness to it. So maybe a little touch of fairy dust in there that I've just really been loving. So those are two Ormond Jane fragrances that I highly recommend. Okay, then we're quickly going to end with a little bit of fashion. As many of you know, I'm a little bit obsessed with Jenny Kane. That's kind of my go-to brand. I finally picked up one of the Amelia crew neck sweaters. This was on sale. I know these are investment sweaters, but I have to tell you, this might be one of my most favorite soft, cozy sweaters ever. I hesitated previously on purchasing that because it seemed like it might be too overwhelming on my frame. I'm only 5'3", and it kind of looked like it was going to be super oversized. That being said, I did pick this up in an extra, extra small. This is the softest, coziest little cashmere sweater. I love the color. I love the oversized fit of this sweater. But again, it is not too overwhelming. This is definitely one of those sweaters that I feel like anybody would love to be gifted because it is a cashmere sweater. It is going to be a lifer kind of sweater that you own, but it's in the classic crew neck. It is a bit oversized, but in the best way possible. And I thought it would look beautiful with the Demi Pant. They had a sale this past month on the Demi Pant here. This is a gorgeous silky little pant that has an elastic waistband. It is a gorgeous wide-legged pant, and again, I kind of thought this might look a little bit dumpy. I will let you know that yes, these are a hair too long. I'm actually gonna go and get them tailored just a bit. I can wear these no problem with like heels and boots, but I think that if I'm wanting to wear them kind of with a beautiful flat that they're gonna drag a little bit. Picked them up in this gorgeous ivory shade, and I actually thought it would be sort of an elegant little outfit for the holidays that you could wear to a holiday party that's not necessarily super fancy, but you want it to be put together and elegant. I also think these are going to look gorgeous with the Cooper cardigan. This is the Cooper cardigan in ivory. I thought this might make like a really beautiful kind of cream colored elegant outfit. I also have it in taupe and black. I know, I love the Cooper cardigan. Again, my mind is sort of going to holidays, but if you have a sweater lover that you're going to be gifting, I'm sure they're going to be having a Black Friday sale. So that's another one I'd highly recommend. And yes, I had so many of you sending me this Cooper cardigan. When it launched, you were like, oh my gosh, Abby, this looks like you must get it. I was laughing. I was like, okay, you are right. And my sweet husband did purchase this for me when we went on a trip. We took a brief trip to the Bay Area, and they have a store in Carmel. So luckily, my husband loved this sweater as much as I did. I just think this is the cutest Cooper out of all of them, the striped. I didn't think they could get any better, but then they came out with this striped one. And in the Cooper cardigans, I wear a size small, so they are going to be fitted. So in the Amelia, it's going to be an extra, extra small. In the Cooper cardigan, I go with the small. It's fitted, flattering. It's just a really fantastic sweater. It's really nice quality. So those have been my fun little Jenny Kane gets lately, and as usual, I do have my own code. It's Abby Bliss 15 for 15% off. If they're not having a sale, you can always use that. Every little bit helps. Okay, those are my favorites from the month of September. I'm gonna try super hard to get my October ones up closer to the beginning of the month, but I'm still loving all these products, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another one soon.